Coach Richards, relatively positive second half performance, but I'm guessing that just the damage had already been done. There's only so much you can do in that second 45.
It's an old saying that goals change games, and Valparaiso changed the game 3 times in their favor, and we didn't react. You know, it's very disappointing because you're right. Second half we were much better. We didn't get the stats on the board to show that, which was a shame because I felt that we deserved to at least win that half, and I said to the team, let's get out of here with something. But you're right, the damage had been done. We didn't come to play in the first half, and we got taken apart by a decent team. No disrespect, but not the best team we've played this year, and yet we come out with one of our worst result this season. But I think we're accountable for that because we didn't come to play in the beginning of the game, despite the warnings yesterday in practice, and despite the talk about being complacent and being satisfied with a couple of wins. Despite all of that, we didn't come ready to compete. But as soon as we did in the second half, we looked fine. But because you're 3-0 down, it's hard, isn't
it? In the second half, you had a few offensive chances here or there. I mean, was there a point at all that you thought maybe we have a chance for this to turn in our favor, or were you just sort of, once it was 3-0 at the half, you thought it's just
No,
really...
you never give up. I mean, if they can score 3.5, then why can't we? You know, we had a chance early in the second half. We needed to score fairly early to give us some hope. We had a couple of set pieces. Manny Weidman got free in the box at one point, and unfortunately hit it straight at the keeper instead of tucking it into far post like we train. So that was a bit disappointing, but at least we created some chances. But we needed to score fairly early to make them begin to doubt themselves, and then, you know, we talked about at halftime, it's a step at a time. You can't get 2 before you get 1, so let's focus on getting 1 and claw our way back into the game. I think the 4th goal was cruel. We didn't deserve that. I mean, the kid takes a shot that's going nowhere near a goal, and it just spins onto their player's head and in the back of it. I mean, it's comical really, but when it's not your day, Mike, it's not your day.
Now, I would think, obviously you're disappointed with the first half, and that's not the overall result you want, but it didn't seem like anybody gave up in the second half. I mean, you still were battling, probably outplayed them. Like you said, the goal was a little unfortunate as far as the result you deserved, but the one thing I wanted to throw out there was just the one play in particular. Melissa Ziegler blocked back-to-back shots on the goal line, and the first one, I guess, was a block shot. The second one, she was clearly on the goal line. It was a hard curving shot. I mean, are those the kind of things you just sort of try to point out to your team, like, look at, you know, this is what, don't care what the score is, you just keep battling?
That's effort and that's attitude. It doesn't matter what sport you play, you've got to come ready to play and put you, literally in that example, you put your body on the line. But it's so much about that. Sport, athletics is so mental, and if you come ready to play, then you can get a good result in any game you play in it. You know, a hard-working team will always get some good results. The second half, no doubt that we played much better because the attitude was there. We threw some different people on. Some people who played first half just changed the way they were playing a little bit, and it was promising. And it's a shame we didn't get anything out of it because I really think we deserve something out of that game. But we have to look at the big picture and step back and say, well, if we can't get anything out of the result, or statistically, let's at least learn the lesson, and that is the most important thing. We have to prepare for games better. Or the players have to prepare for games better, and they have to be mentally and physically ready to go right from the very start, and not wait for a yelling from coach at halftime before they decide to play. It's not fun to coach like that, and I don't suppose it's fun to be a player in that environment, but it's the only way we can seem to get a reaction out of some players.
And now I know you haven't even put the Valpo game behind you yet because it just ended, and the MAC opener is still 5 days away, but just what kind of things, what do you need to do this week, or what will you try to do to get your team ready to go on the road and play 2 MAC matches?
Find a way to come to practice in every game 100% ready to go. I've said to them at the end of the game, it's really clear when we're committed and we're energetic and we have a great attitude and we're determined, we have good results, we have good performances. Even though, you know, Michigan State was not the result we wanted, it was a good performance. Right. Or we get the wins. When we don't do those, we don't get the results we want, and we're all disappointed, we're all mad. So it's such a simple equation to me that I would hope that the players would get that. So it's going to be all about working hard, getting little things right, being committed, making sure you're doing 100% all the time in every practice and every game.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mike.